Sunday, 8, 7 Central, only on OWN.
Well, we're talking to Bernadette, who has changed her name to Cameron and wants to have at least partial surgery to change from female to male. Now, when we talked with your mom and your aunts, they say that you tend to change your mind from 1 minute to the next. They say that a couple of years ago, you wanted to adopt a child, and then 3 months later, you wanted to have the child naturally, so you went to a sperm bank. True or false?
That's false. 3 years ago?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm not checking. I'm not talking about the calendar.
Exactly the right time.
Did you go to a sperm bank to check into getting impregnated so you could deliver a child?
10 years ago, yes, I did.
Okay.
I wanted a child that looked like me.
Okay, so you were going to go, and you went to the sperm bank, and what did you find out?
I just looked into the sperm bank, and then I decided I did not want to do that.
That is something you guys point to as reason that she's not ready to make this decision.
I think she should have some therapy for 2 or 3 years.
Are you in therapy now?
Yes, I am.
And what type of therapist are you seeing? Is this psychiatrist, psychologist, pastoral counselor? What?
LCSW.
Is this something that your therapist thinks you're ready to do?
Yes, my therapist is 100% knows that this is what I'm wanting to do.
After how long?
How long have you seen her? I'm sorry to.
I've seen her a couple months, and
Just a couple months.
yeah,
So they're not there to talk you out of it, or they're just there to listen to you.
I thought
they're
it
there to
took
ask
years
me questions after
get
questions.
you ready
But
for that
Brenda, you don't
surgery.
need to take things off. You're beautiful like you are, and you can do what you want. Why go through that construction?
You love your body. You love your body.
My body. This is just my body, but I'm
Okay,
talking about
I don't love what I have. This is like having an extra leg, a third leg that you want to cut off.
20 pounds, those boots would go.
Okay.
They would, because you never had any when you were young, and they would go away if you
Right.
lost 20
I
pounds.
didn't have any when I was young. Okay, Auntie.
You didn't have a lot.
That's
You just
great
had-
for you to say that.
You just had a little bit, Bernadette.
Yeah.
I love
Keep
you,
reading the
Bernadette.
Bible.
I love you, Bernadette.
All right, now, if you have your breast removed, you start taking hormone therapy, you do all the things that accentuate the masculinity of your body, and you start living as a man. What do you think the biggest challenge and downside is for you? Besides, y'all think she's going to burn in hell, but before, no, before that, I'm talking about in this life, in this world, what do you think is the biggest problem?
The biggest challenge I think I would have is maybe few people not accepting who I am. But I know for a fact that I wouldn't have a challenge because I would accept who I am as a person.
Do you think it would be a problem in relationships?
No, I don't.
Okay. See, let me tell you, that answer and that answer alone tells me you're not ready to do this. Here, let me tell you why. I've been doing this for 30 years, and if you went to a sexual reassignment surgeon and they were a responsible professional, they would have you evaluated psychologically, psychiatrically, whatever, to determine whether or not your expectations were realistic, whether you had just kind of a gender confusion, or whether you really, truly were in the position that you think you're in. And by the way, I'm not saying that you're not in the position you think you're in. You may come out at the end of the process and determine that that's exactly where you are and that you were right to begin with. It just took the rest of us a while to get used to it. But the fact that you say, no, I don't think I'll have any problem in relationships. A few people might be judgmental about this, but otherwise I think I'll be okay because I'm okay with myself.
Well, it's
That's
not that.
just simply, let me finish.
Okay.
That's just simply unrealistic. If you meet a woman as a man and start dating that person, at some point you're going to have to say, oh, by the way, I am genetically, biochemically, chromosomally a female, and I just thought I should let you know that. that's going to create a real challenge for that person. You are going to have a difficult problem with your family. This could alienate you from your entire family. It could put you in a position within society that can isolate you in a very painful sort of way. Is that a reason not to do it? That is a reason that you need to have your eyes open. You need to be very clear about what you're doing. Any decision you make has to be able to withstand challenge. And I think you should be willing to listen to your mother and your aunts. If you're right, then there's nothing they can say that will change you. If she says you need to pray and you need to really look at this from a spiritual standpoint, why not do it? What do you have to lose?
Because I'm sticking up for my rights and what I feel in my body, what I feel inside of me. I'm not looking for anybody else outside this world to tell me to determine what I'm going to do with my body. I am ready to do this. I've been wanting to do it since I was 10 years old. Since it's coming about right now, this is how I feel. This is what I'm going to do, and there's nothing stopping me. And there's nobody that can stop me.
Do you think you will have a better chance of successfully adapting to the new role if you do lots of preparation in advance?
I've done many years of preparation in advance. I've been sitting here suffering in preparation for advance.
Okay, but long suffering is not preparation. There are those that have been down this road ahead of you that can tell you valuable information. It might change your mind, it might not, but it certainly will apprise you of what the challenges are so you can prepare yourself.
I've been looking into this, Dr. Phil, for many months already.
Okay, I want you to meet Sylvia. All right, Sylvia's daughter Gwen was brutally murdered at the age of 17 when a group of boys found out she was one of them. Take a look.
It began here at a party. 17-year-old Eddie Araujo came dressed as a woman, gave his name as Lita. When the suspects discovered he was a man, police say they beat him.
May have possibly been the unfortunate demise of that young man.
He was just Eddie or he was just Gwen. He was the same loving child that we all knew always. We don't categorize him in any way.
He was a young boy who had his life brutally taken from him because other people have ignorance and because other people can't accept him for who he was.
Being transgender is a very difficult life. It is. And Dr. Phil has a lot of valid points. I don't think he's attacking you, but more just be more open-minded and listen to him. It breaks my heart. God gives us our children, like your mom said. She waited to have you. How precious this child, whether it's a man or a woman, it's still your baby.
Sylvia says it very well. You don't have to love every decision that somebody makes in order to love them. Thank God for that, or I'd have been divorced a long time ago. You don't have to love all of the decisions to love your child, and I hope that you stay focused on that. To you, all I can tell you is what I see and hear, and to me, you've got work to do to ensure the greatest degree of success in your life, whatever that decision is. But in my view, there's homework that you can do to make things more clear for you so you can be at peace about the decision and be configured to make it work if that's the direction that you go. We're going to add to this another story, and it's a high school boy who dresses like a girl, a cross-dresser at this point, not someone that has had surgery. Should he be allowed to use the girls' bathroom? Should he be allowed to attend school in female attire? Is he entitled to a safe and secure education? Or is it disruptive to all of his classmates? We're going to talk about all of that at a younger age, much like Sylvia's child, when we come back.
I think this guy is wrong. If you're a boy, wear boys' clothes, use the boys' restroom.
If he needs to dress as a female to find out who he is, then he has that right.